Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Dragonfly Voyagers Travel Chat. So I'd like to welcome everybody and say thank you for joining us. We're doing it slightly different today because we've got some really, really exciting news and we'd like to share it with you. And there's only 1 week left for this to happen, I think. Yes. So anyway, I'll let Paula tell you all about that in a minute. So my name is Mahmuda. Everybody calls me Moo. I'm a mum of four and I was widowed, 15 years ago nearly. So it'll be 15 years this December. And I've done a lot of traveling with my children because I wanted them to grow up with happy memories. So travel is my thing. I love to travel. I enjoy traveling, but it's really expensive. And as the kids get older, the more expensive it gets because you need more rooms and you need more of everything. So when Paula started talking about travel, I was like, oh my God, yes, please. I want some of that. So it didn't take me long to approach her. But I met Paula 4 or 5 years ago now at another meeting where she was giving a presentation. She was on stage with two of her kids at the time. And I just thought, wow, this lady is amazing. I want to go and meet her and talk to her. Couldn't get anywhere near her because everybody wanted to meet her and talk to her. So I sort of befriended her on Facebook. Might have said hello once or twice, but not really chatted to her. And I sort of stalked her a little bit, made sure I was kept up to date with whatever she was doing because she inspired me. So I stalked her. Hands up, I stalked her. But we are now best of friends and we support each other and we are there for each other when we need to be supportive or just say hello, just have fun. I had a terrible week where I had no internet. Paula was on the phone, Audrey was on the phone. Everybody who's in our Dragonfly Voyager community was there saying, are you okay? So we are more than just a travel club. We are so much more. We are a family. We are there for each other and we have fun together. And it's our time. My kids are getting older. They don't want to travel with little old mummy. They want to do their own thing. So I'm not going to be traveling with my friends from Trevorium and from the Dragonfly Voyages. And they're going to have fun in the sun as soon as we can get out there. I mean, what's going on at the moment is depressing and everything else, but we've got so much to look forward to. The time is coming, the travel boom is coming, and in a lot of countries, it's already here. So you don't want to miss out on this opportunity. It is amazing. And our Paula, our very, very own Paula, is amazing. And I love her to bits. So, Paula, would you like to take it away?
Thank you so much, Mahmuda. Thank you, thank you. It's such a lovely, you say such lovely things. It's amazing. And um, if you're watching this live, actually give us a hashtag live. This live is going to be shared all over where we are, our Dragonfly Voyagers community. It's going to be shared everywhere. If you can give it a share as well, we would be so grateful because there's some huge news that we have already announced this, but I want to share it a bit more because it's something that is really special. So if you're catching us live, give us a hashtag live. If you're catching us later, give us a hashtag replay. So as Mahmuda said, I'm Paula. I'm from Manchester in the UK. I'm a mother of four as well. And travel has been a huge part of my life, although I don't really feel like I've been to many places. And let me just tell you what that means, giving it a bit of context, because for me, my mental health, since all of my adult life, my mental health has been an issue or something that I've had to deal with. When I was 21, I was lucky enough to go to New York with a couple of friends. And on the run up to that journey, I was so excited because it was a dream come true. I'd always wanted to go there. During that stay, it was just incredible. I had the time of my life. And when I came home, rather than getting the holiday blues, I was looking forward to what I was planning on doing next. However, my brain stopped me with my mental health struggles, and I never really got back to the confident me that could go on trips that I wanted to do because I'd planned all sorts of different things. Um, and it wasn't until, and then I got married and I started having a family, and by that point it wasn't my head that was stopping me, it was more my bank balance. And I think we can all relate to that. But then I came across this club, and it ticked all the boxes for me. A family of with 4 kids in it, taking them away is not cheap. It's not cheap. But I needed something that I didn't have to fully commit to. So if I ever had any financial issues going on, then I could still keep up what I wanted to do for my holidays, but I could maybe have a break. It does that because there's no contract. I needed something that I could make sure that I'm getting nice places, because traveling with kids. I don't know about you, Mahmood. I know your situation's slightly different than mine, but for me, I always looked at budget holidays. And when you look at budget, it's not necessarily quite as nice as what you would want to be going to. And what this club offered me, and what the subscription service offered me, is a way to have that luxury on a budget, because you're getting 4 or 5 star luxury for not for 4 or 5 star prices. You're not paying that kind of price. So I don't know what you found, Mahmood. I know that things were slightly different. I know you did a lot of charitable stuff, and there's lots of things that were sort of contributed to your husband, really, when you were doing travel and stuff.
I mean, for me, it was different as much as I had insurance money from his death. So, and it felt like blood money, and I just wanted to do something with it that meant something to my kids.
Yeah.
So I didn't want it sitting around and, you know, whatever, but traveling with the kids, doing historical things, because my husband was very much into history, like going to see Pompeii and, you know, seeing all that. It was like, wow, amazing. The kids have done Hawaii, and they've been to Pearl Harbor. They've done so many amazing things. I mean, we spent 3 weeks in Australia where we didn't stay any place longer than 3 days. We just traveled. I was shattered. I needed another holiday. I came home, and then we went to Hawaii the month later. So, but I am a bit of a snob, and I don't do cheap. And budget was never an issue for me at the time. But insurance money isn't there forever. It's gone. So I've spent
and I think we've talked about this before, haven't we? And I think our mentor Todd Strand, and maybe Daryl has talked about this as well, Daryl Roberts, about putting, and Daryl Gorman, putting it on your credit card.
Yeah,
I've done it on your credit card, and then you get debt that you're paying off for the next 5-10 years, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
Because what we do is so affordable, you don't have to do that.
I was taking holidays once every other year or every third year.
Yeah.
And putting on the credit card, paying it off, started the credit card again. You know, but now we can take 3 holidays in the same year.
Yes.
Like, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because I don't really share this that often, and I should do, because at Christmas I booked a holiday. At Christmas time, the most expensive time of the year, I was in a position where I could book a holiday for February. And it's unheard of. I would never have been able to do that until I found this club. But what we're talking about tonight is about a competition that we're running, which is a very special competition, and it is the only one out there that I know of right now where you can actually win a travel business completely free for a full year. So I'm going to go through a few slides with you that if you go to dragonflyvoyagers.info, so www.dragonflyvoyagers.info, you can register your interest in this competition straight off, and you will get access to what I'm about to show. And I'm only going to really whiz through it. I'm not going to go through everything in fine detail. If there are any questions, please drop them in the comments. If there anything you want to know about what we do and what it entails for this free travel business, let me know. I'm going to talk as well. I'm going to share my screen, but we're going to be talking about why it's such a good time to check this out. Because working in travel, Mahmood, I know you got the same during the pandemic and everything. People used to come to me and say, "Oh, how are you managing in let me just find how are you managing in travel? No one can travel. How are you coping? How are you doing?" And I'll tell you something. We were doing pretty okay. The company had its highest turnover ever in its history during the pandemic. And that's because we're not travel agents. We do things very differently. So if you can imagine when no one's traveling and we've had, what was the percentage increase?
400%.
How much?
400.
400%.
Yeah.
400% during a global pandemic where everybody's grounded. That gives you a little bit of a clue. When we're not grounded anymore, there are countries in the world that are not grounded. People are traveling everywhere. Here in the UK, things are slightly different at the moment. I know everything's up in the air. It's not always going to be that way. And in 12 months, I tell you, within these next 12 months, the travel industry is going to be, it's going to skyrocket. Like, it'll be like we've just discovered the travel industry, because it's going to skyrocket, and now is a perfect time to check out a business. And if you're going to get that business for free, it's a win-win for me.
Absolutely.
So you can see on there, dragonflyvoyagers.info. That's where you need to go if you want to register your interest for this.
I've added the link on the chat.
Fab, thank you so much. Now you can see there, you've made an incredible decision that could change your life forever. And that goes for anyone that actually checks out our subscription service. And you can see there, we've been featured in quite a few different places. So we've been on BBC Radio Manchester, BBC Salford City Radio. I'm due to be going back on there soon. We've been featured in the 3 Business Club. What's that called? I can't say. Organisation of
the BBB is Bangladesh Business Bureau, I think it was. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah. But it's a massive.
Yeah,
I mean,
British Bangladeshi business. That was it.
That event was a wonderful evening. It was I think the mayor was there, wasn't he? And all sorts of stuff. It was incredible. And we've been to One Manifest in 2020, just before all of the world went crazy.
Before.
Yeah, I know it was.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. And we are partnered with a gentleman called Brian, who does photography and wedding photography and things like that. But we've shared this in a lot of places, and we're just continuing to share what it is that we do. So the objective of what we want with our business is to provide unrivaled savings on luxury travel around the world. And the way that we do that is to provide a travel subscription service, and you're paying for a service that will basically give you either free travel, because you get free travel with us as well, really affordable travel. And I'm talking about travel that might be £1 a night. Some travel that's $0, you're just paying for flights and you're getting discounted flights as well, all sorts of stuff like that. And it's what the aim of why the CEO has set it up, David Hart, is he wants people that might have thought luxury travel might have been out of their reach. He wants them to realise it's not. It's actually something that you can go out there and have. And we're speaking testimonies of that, aren't we, because we've both been on trips, and it's been absolute top-notch service. Beautiful.
They're always 4 or 5-star hotels, resorts, and they are just amazing. I mean, David, one thing he says is he can afford to go anywhere. He's well off. It's not that he needs to do this. He still uses the Dreamcation platform.
Yeah, testament to how valuable it is, and how it's well worth it. It's well worth it. Something to note with regards to our competition: the competition is purely for the business aspects. So you wouldn't get the subscription service as part of that package, but you are entitled to upgrade that if you want to, but that will incur a cost. But it's affordable, and that's another thing that David has done. He's made it affordable for anyone's pocket, because there's so many different options available to people. So what do you get if you win this amazing competition? You get a global business that you can start earning with straight away. You get a fully comprehensive marketing website, a replicated website that you earn off as well. So there's lots of different streams of income going on here. And that's the hotelsite.com, and it's personalized to you and your business. Ongoing training and mentorship, back office tools, and access to exclusive live calls, recordings, and Zooms. I know that you were a guest the other night, Mahmouda.
Yeah.
You're a regular listener to our US calls.
At 2
I
a.m.
was. I found it because it's 2 a.m. in the morning. That is commitment for you. I tune into the odd one. I want to tune into more. Just because I miss them. They're amazing, absolutely amazing.
Inspiring, very, very inspiring.
Very. And I always catch them the next day. So we're in different time zones, but that's always available to you anyway. And you can build your business on or offline or both. And whenever it suits you, that's when you're going to be working. So if you've only got 1 hour a day to spare, that's okay. That can still be done. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So how do you earn? I mentioned that there's lots of different streams of income. And one of them is from direct sales of our subscription service. Excuse me. And our company is all around the world. It's a global company. So you can have business partners all over the world. And I tell you something, it makes it a good excuse to go and visit them. If you need a business trip to go and visit someone that's overseas, then you're in the right place, aren't you? And that is tax deductible as well because you're on a business trip. So that's very interesting. You get direct bonuses from member sales, as I've said. You get daily residual pay, which is paid to you weekly. So every single day, your residual pay is going up and up. And then on a Thursday, you can request that payment is sent to you direct. And I mean to either your bank account or your card if you choose to, because you can get a prepaid card to use as well that you can use in this country, in the UK. And then you can get that paid to you on the Friday and you can use your money immediately. It's weekly pay. You get free travel, which is subject to add-on travel package, as I mentioned before. There are bonuses with ranks. So when you achieve certain sales in your business network, when you achieve certain levels of sales, you get additional bonuses. You get a dream car bonus. There's an ambassador pool, which is a pool that when you reach the rank of ambassador, you're put into a pool and you get a percentage of what the company is in profit with. There's an annual vacation, which is a paid 5-star trip for 2, which you get every single year. And I've got my eye on that because it's somewhere that I've always wanted to go. And it's in the forests of California, isn't it?
Yeah, bear or something, Big Bear.
Big Bear retreat, yeah, and that looks absolutely beautiful.
It's not the only one because I think
no, it's not.
I think Cancun is one of them as well.
Yeah,
So they do Cancun as an ambassador trip before the world tour.
yeah.
So
So
yeah.
there's lots to inspire you to want to sort of move with this. It's pretty cool. So what do your customers get if you win this amazing prize for free travel travel business for a year? What do your customers actually get? So they're getting minimum of 75% discounted hotel and resort stays, and they're getting a double investment of what their subscription costs are, because when they pay their subscription each month, the company doubles what that amount is and returns it to them so that they can use that on highly, highly discounted travel. They also get exclusive commission-free, a search engine that has no commissions added. When you go onto booking.com or Trivago, every single one of those search engines has commission added by the company that it's through. We don't have a need for that. So you get the net rate, you get the base commission-free rate through our search engine, and you get your own search engine. Free travel and reward points. Now, this graph actually is a real life representation of 2020 for me in terms of the finances that I spent on travel in 2020, bearing in mind there was a global pandemic. We were locked down for much of 2020, but I managed to take the kids away on 5 different occasions. And you can see in the red, those are the retail prices of what I would have paid if I'd have just gone on a search engine and found those prices. But in the blue, that's what I actually paid. And you can see the difference is absolutely huge. So tell me now in the comments, why would someone not want this? You know, if
No
you're going to
brainer.
make those kind of savings, it's such a perfect time to jump into this. And if you're going to get a free travel business, you're not going to lose anything either. You can try it out, see how it works. But what I'm saying is, why would it not work when you're getting those kind of discounts? And I was going to do a post today, actually, and I didn't get round to it because Netflix, if you watched one film on Netflix and then got your subscriptions for the whole year, just because you watched one film, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Now, I went on one trip, one of these trips, well, there's a few of them, but I went on one trip and saved enough to pay for my subscription for the full year.
Yeah, and I've done the same.
And that's the power of what we have. So why would the customers that come to us, it's just like, they're kind of like, well, what's the catch? And I tell you now, there is none. There is no catch. And there's no catch. You wouldn't find the people, me or the people I have around me would not take a risk on their family's future on something that doesn't work. It's 100%
And
works, and it's really
we have
exciting.
used it. We know. We've seen it for ourselves.
Do it. Yeah.
We've witnessed it. You know,
We
I,
use
I
it.
yeah, I took my friend Shell on the first one I went on, and obviously it was the first time I'm going. I didn't know if it was going to be real.
Yeah.
And Shell was a bit worried as she was like going, oh, I don't know. Got to this beautiful hotel. Shell definitely did not believe that this is what we were staying at because I only spent £89 for a 5-star hotel for a week for the two of us.
It's
But
incredible.
it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. This is real. It's not make believe. It is an actual thing that you can do, and we have done it. We are living proof, and we are going to
Absolutely.
do more of it. I mean, we've both booked Dubai, haven't we?
Yes.
So that
I
was
have.
$89, which is what, £77 or something like that
Yeah.
for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I love about where we're at right now is the fact that travel agents are going to have to rely on increased commissions to try and claw back what they lost.
Yeah.
There's got to be something there, and we don't have to do that because the way that the company works is everything is provided for you up front. So I don't know if you know, but when you book something through a travel agency or through an agent, you will pay your final balance when it's time to be paid, but they may not have paid off the final balance with your hotel. And sometimes they don't have to legally pay that off until a few weeks later. Now, if something was to happen there, this is a problem that some companies have had. They've not had the money to return to the customer, and because it's been used elsewhere, and it's just we don't have that worry because everything is all done up front, straight away, transparent. It's just what you see is what you get, and it's so it's so reassuring that that's the case. And when it comes to refunds as well, I was meant to go away at Christmas. We were put in another lockdown in the UK. 24 hours late, less than 24 hours later, I had a full refund and had all my points put back in my points balance as well, without even requesting it. And like I know people from last year that are still waiting to get that money back from some of the leading agents out there, and it's a shame. But we're in such a stronger position with what we do with our subscription. You're paying less, you've got more security, there's more reassurance, And it just makes so much sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. You're saving your points for up to 2 years. So
Yeah,
it's
so it's
not
not
about
even,
traveling now, it's traveling when you can, traveling then. So if you join now, by 2 years' time, all this will be over. So
yeah,
God willing, it'll all be over. So you can go where you want, you know?
because it's not even something you need to use straight away. And that's the case as if you were to win this competition and you were to take this travel business and take it, and it's completely free. There are no catches. It's completely free for the business for a full 12 months. But if you were to use that business, that is one of the biggest selling points, is that you've got 2 years, your customers have got 2 years to use those points that are accumulating. And I know people that have said, right, I'm staying near home, or I'm staying in the UK, I'm going to do the length and breadth of the UK, which is what I did in 2020. And I'm like, right, that's perfect, because you can still use the club to do that. You can still use your subscriptions to get the discounts. But in the meantime, if you don't want to use those travel points and you want to save them to go somewhere really extravagant next year, then you can do that. And it'll probably cost you zero for a full week
Yeah.
if you're on a
Exactly.
platinum subscription. So yeah, it's very powerful. And I know this is going to raise questions. People are going to think, really, tell me more, get in touch and ask, because it's life changing. There's no two ways about it. And I wouldn't still be here if it didn't work, because my kids, trust me, my kids like to get away. They like their holidays, as do I. And if I didn't have this, I wouldn't be in a position to take them anywhere anytime soon. So, um, what we also get as business owners is world-class training and luxury global meetup. So, Mahmoud just mentioned that we're going to Dubai. This is what we call a world trip. So, we've got industry experts in our company, and what happens on what we call a world tour is the whole of the company, whoever wants to go, can go and meet up, and you stay together there for 3, 4 days, however long it might be. And you get such a discount, it cannot be beaten by travel agents. There's just no other way that you can get these discounts that we get. Mahmuda mentioned it's £77, which is $89 for
5 days.
5 days.
Yeah.
Um, and it's at the Hyatt Regency in Dubai. If you don't know it, go look it up. It's one of the it's 5-star luxury, and you can't get that length of stay for $89 anywhere other
Uh,
than with our subscription.
My eldest has just booked Venice for $1, which is what,
One
under a pound.
$1.
I think that was for a long weekend, so 4 days, 3 nights maybe. I think I can't remember off the top of my head, but $1, and that's going to be her belated honeymoon.
Oh, how lovely.
Got
That
married
is
first
lovely.
lockdown, hasn't had a chance to get away, had
Yeah,
cancelled on her, so she's looking forward to this. But for $1,
yeah.
can't
You
go
can't
wrong.
go wrong. And I at the beginning when I first started, people used to say, well, what's the accommodation like? Is it not very nice? I'm like, it's absolutely beautiful. Like, we went to Clowens Estate, look it up in Cornwall. I went to Clowens Estate last year, and we stayed in a beautiful um, 2-story apartment, 3 bedrooms. Oh, it was just absolutely beautiful. Clowens Estate in Cornwall, look it up. It's beautiful. 5-star, 5-star resort. We had everything. We had a washer, dryer. We had everything that you'd possibly want in a luxury resort. We had all everything that you need for self-catering accommodation, but it was also on the grounds of a beautiful estate building and an estate house. And I found out afterwards that celebrities actually stay there when they're filming on location. That's how beautiful it is. That's how luxurious it is, that it's somewhere that people really want to stay. And that's the level of resort that we have. It's always luxury.
And
Um,
the self-contained unit as well. It's a home away from home. So
Exactly.
in this pandemic, they've got a seal on the door so you know no one else has been inside until you go in. So they've cleaned it all out. That it's beautiful and sterile. It's all clean. You're feeling safe. You open the door, the seal's broken then, and you're safe.
Yeah. And I think 4 out of 5 of the places I went to as well, they did a remote check-in. So the check-in was actually done by text message, and each of the places had like a key lock by the door. They would text you the key lock number to get your key out, and you'd go straight in, and then you'd ring reception just to say, "Oh, I'm checking in. I'm here," and they'd say, "Is there anything that you need?" And Clarence Estate, it's funny because they actually rang us and said, "Oh, there's drinks on the lawn of the estate house," and I was like, "Okay, I'll go for drinks on the lawn." It was lovely. So yeah, but you get all little perks like that, and it's just really lovely. It's a really nice place to be. So frequently asked questions and some of our terms and conditions. So am I tied into a contract? No, no, no. No one who takes a subscription service out is tied into a contract. As a business owner, you are not tied into a contract. Whether you win the competition or if you purchase your own business package at any point, there is no contract with our company. Do you have to work the business if you win? No, you absolutely do not. You can leave it there doing nothing, but you would kick yourself in 12 months if you did that. I tell you that for nothing. Um, because there's so many that want to get out traveling again. Even if you've got friends that are saying, "I'm not going anywhere this year," they'll go somewhere next year. And, if you can get them the amazing kind of prices and discounts that we're sharing with you now, I mean, it's just it's how helpful it is for other people that gets to me as well, because it's helped me out. It's changed my life financially as well as sort of personally on an emotional level, because I would never be able to do the things I'm doing now if it wasn't for this.
Totally
And to
changed my
help other people do that as well, it's just like everything that you want, isn't it?
Yeah,
There
it's
you
an
go, Moo.
amazing place to be honest. I mean, I'm grateful that you were doing it and I saw you do it. So
Yay.
can't thank
Yeah,
you
well, you were stalking me, so you probably knew everything I was doing.
enough.
Is team building mandatory? Absolutely not. And that goes for if you win this competition or if you decide to take out a business package with us, or if you take a subscription service with us. No, you do not have to build a team. If you want to, you can. Like I mentioned before, we are global. So building a sales team is something that will help your income bracket improve. But you are not required to do that. It's not a requirement for you to win the competition or for you to take out any business sort of package with us either.
When
Do
I
you
joined,
have
I wasn't going to do the business, was I? I was joining for my own savings. And look at me now.
I know. And the thing is for you as well, Moo, you literally just you went on a couple of holidays and just did what it's funny because I remember exactly what happened, because you went on these holidays, literally just shared some videos and stuff. And I think I wanted to have a chat with you and stuff when you was out there, and there's a few things that you just shared, and your mates were like, "What? How are you
Yeah,
doing that? How are you doing that?"
exactly.
And so you've actually like you get a residual income, and you never even intended to do that.
No.
So bear that
I,
in mind as well, anyone that's watching, because it can happen organically.
yeah. I mean, I joined for the pure savings factor. There's so much savings. You've got money in your back pocket. You're already winning, even if you don't do the business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final FAQ here. Are there any hidden costs? None at all. The free partnership access you've got for 12 months. And after that, if you want to continue, then you would need to pay a small annual charge, but it's not a lot. And we would expect, with the support and everything else that you get and the mentorship and everything you've got to help you build your business, we would expect you to be in a position to be able to afford that if you do want to continue. So there's no hidden costs at all. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, just go on to sort of explain a few of the things that we do, because we are everywhere. And we love our little community, and we love sharing the love, don't we?
Yeah. Sharing is caring.
Exactly, because it definitely is. So if you've got any questions about what we've discussed tonight, if you have any concerns, or if you've got anything at all that you want to talk to us about, whether it is about the competition, which you can express your interest on www.dragonflyvoyagers.info. Express your interest about the competition, or even if you are sort of a bit curious as to how you could do it yourself, whether you win the competition or not, get in touch, because the competition is going to be drawn at this time next week. We've only got 1 week. It's going to be drawn this time next week, I think. It's the 23rd.
Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, I thought you said.
Oh, is it Wednesday? Sorry, Wednesday then. So yeah, you've got 24 hours more than I thought then. Wednesday around 9 p.m. we're going to be drawing this competition, and you've got to be in it to win it. So jump in.
What I would suggest is just go for it. If you don't win, you don't win, but join our community, find out more, talk to us, watch all the, I mean, I share all the Facebook lives that the company does. I share them on my timeline. I share them on our WhatsApp chats, on our Telegram chats, and we have other Facebook groups. Todd Strand is doing Facebook groups for the travel, for the Forex, and also for training. There's going to be other ways of getting your business growing without you having to do all the work.
100%. I meant to say that as well about Todd, because Todd is one of our top earners, but not just that. He's actually one of our personal mentors as well. And we speak to Todd and Daryl Roberts regularly, and we talk about how we can go forward with our business. And trust me when I say they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And you see our Dragonfly Voyagers community, that's not all you get when you join our business. There are many other places that you can get inspiration and training and everything else from. So it's when you actually join our business, you get to discover a whole world of just training, and I don't know, just exciting calls all the time. There's just so many people sharing their successes and sharing the things that they're doing. And then and honestly, you see some of the videos of our American team, and because they're able to travel freely, and I'm really, really hoping that at some point soon we will get that green light to go over to the States as well.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we're family members, you know, we've got kids. If you're looking at going to Disney World, Florida, this is the place to be, because you could be doing that so much cheaper. I mean, I did Disney World with my kids, 2010, I think, the first time, and it's cost me a fortune, an absolute fortune. And I've been back 4 times with them, and I did get the timeshare. But I've used it, so I'm not going to say I did the wrong thing. I used it, but this is so much better. You get so much more for your money. You get more time, more freedom, more of everything.
More options, isn't there? So yeah, it's good.
Sharing. If you see a movie, do you get to your friends, oh, did you watch that movie? What did you think of it? That's all it is. It's word of mouth. Be a product of the product.
Product of the product. Yes, I love it.
There's a couple of people who are actually in Disney World at the moment. There was Christoph, who was there for his birthday yesterday.
Yeah.
And I think it's Regina is there with her grandchildren, I believe, at the moment, or her daughter's birthday, somebody's birthday again, and they're in Disney World, Florida, because they can get discounted tickets.
Yeah.
Universal Studios, Disney World. We can get it for Alton Towers. You know, there's just more.
Everything that you can possibly think of doing, whether you are a family with kids, whether you're a single solo traveler, whether you're a couple, whether you are looking to get married, whether you are just any kind of person, you will get discounts on every single thing that you'll do in terms of fun. So if you want to go and go to a theme park, if you want to go and see a show, if you want to travel to a country that you've never been to before, if you want to go and hire a car somewhere, if you want to go and see Game of Thrones sets, if you want to go down Route 66, if you want to do anything at all for fun, you get discounts with us that you can't get anywhere else.
Yeah.
That's it in a nutshell, really, isn't it?
It's just so much more, though. It's so much more.
It is.
The community.
Yeah.
You know, we as a community are just so loving towards each other, is the only way I can put it. It's made such a difference in my life, you know. And
me too. And people in business can be quite, there's being focused, which is a great thing. You do need to have focus and you need to have drive. But there are some people in bit, and we don't work like this, but there are some people that are that focused and that driven that they just see, I want this, I want that, I want the other. And we don't work like that.
yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily matter which way you work. However, as long as you're not coercing someone to do something that they don't want to do. And I've never done that. I couldn't do that. It's not in my nature. But I've never needed to either, because what we've got to offer is so valuable that people just jump on it anyway, you know.
It's so much fun.
I know it is lots of fun. It is. And I can't wait for Dubai.
Life is too short. So live it, enjoy it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And on that note, I am going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, any questions, let me know. Go to www.dragonflyvoyagers.info and register your interest in a free travel business, because you never know, it might be you that wins.
Absolutely. Good luck to everybody who enters.
Yeah, good luck. And I will see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.